Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. My name is Maxine Samone. I'm the owner of A Touch of Venus, and I work with divine feminine archetypes to deliver spiritual messages for the collective. I'm going to keep this reading pretty open-ended. I want to see what divine feminine archetype would like to leave this message for the collective. This is an invitation to connect with this divine feminine archetype as well. I do have personal readings available. Everything will be able to be found in the link in my bio, pre-recorded or in-person Zoom readings that are recorded, so you can always visit them whenever you need to as well. If you have a busy schedule, you can go ahead and choose the pre-recorded option. Sorry if you hear cars in the background. I'm visiting my parents in Panama, and it's raining right now, but the ambiance, you can't get past the ambiance. The rain is so nice. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if it resonates with you. I'd love to see the comments below as well. If you have any additional messages. Yeah, let's get right into it. Ooh, okay. White Taurus, sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. White Tara. Okay, sensitivity. All right. So, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have Sulis. I believe that's how you say her name. Bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries, which is so interesting. I was just talking about the rain and the water, the healing properties of water. I'm going to set these up here. What is the message that the collective will most benefit from? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings of light and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father, White Tara. What messages will most benefit the collective right now? Void of course moon missing. So you may be feeling like something's missing. I think Jupiter return benefits. You may be trying to figure out the why to something, the spiritual lesson behind something. Ooh. First house body. Gemini, I think. We have a lot of planets in Gemini right now, and then at the bottom of the deck we have Uranus, genius. So there's some kind of spiritual genius. There's some kind of knowing that you are on the search for, but there is a feeling to me that they're not wanting you to look anymore, okay? Like, there's nothing missing. Actually, it's interesting because we have 52 and then we have 25, and these two cards are similar in color, right? And this is, I feel like, dealing with the solar plexus and connecting to your body. And then the knowing that you're looking for, the spiritual wisdom, is connected in Gemini. There's a knowing in some kind of communication, I feel like, through the body, which connects to that sensitivity card. So your body may be going through a lot of changes right now because you're upgrading spiritually, and there's nothing that you need to figure out logically. You need to be in communication with your body right now. I'm feeling like detox energy. Actually, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, there's a feminine knowing that is coming through. When I say feminine knowing, it's coming through your emotional body, especially with that void of course moon missing. It's like the illumination coming from the moon, from your emotions, and how your emotions trigger certain aspects of the body. The stone. It's interesting. The stone talks about stability, and it's interesting that this circle here that's clarifying this card is within this triangle, within this square, within. It also looks kind of like a seashell in there, which I'm very connected to Venus and Aphrodite and all of that. And we were talking about bodies of water as well. And it's like connecting to the emotions, like really, really going deep inside to find your emotional stability. Not find your emotional stability, but offer yourself emotional stability, I feel like is more appropriate. Accepting that your sensitivity is a gift. Yes, the tear. I feel like there's an opportunity coming around to do some detoxing emotionally, which is going to free you up so much. I feel like this collective may also have some like stubborn body fat or something around like the midsection around the solar plexus, and this is a protective measure that you like subconsciously your body has taken on because you might not have felt safe in your expression, especially with this blue, you know, the creative expression, the solar plexus, or having the confidence to go after something. And so I think Spirit is asking you to go through a detox physically as well as emotionally, to help with like clearing this blockage, these blockages. If anything, there's not anything missing. There's more, there's too much. The gnosis, the bridge. The body is the bridge. The body is going to communicate directly to you. The body is divine intelligence. Also, I love that there's like seemingly like a child's hand and then an adult hand. And we're talking about the solar plexus, which does connect to inner child, you know. And so I feel like there's some inner child healing that may be related to the release. Yes, Gemini, the warrior. And the temple talks about, literally it's all about the physical body. What are you fighting for with this Gemini? What are you fighting for is the question. I want to grab these. These are playful. These are like inner child cards to me, at least. Got very artistic. What are you fighting for? Let's two cards for the stone, please. The Devil in reverse. Interesting. So breaking some kind of pattern. Oh, from the past. 6 of Cups and 8 of Swords. Yes, you are breaking yourself free from bondage. The bondage of the past. And you're finding the wisdom in it. The Devil in reverse. Literally, you're freeing yourself from these cages. And I feel like that's why you feel like something is missing. Actually, it's like you're doing a clearing again with that detox. It's like there's actually nothing missing. There's too much, and so you're doing a shedding, the emotional detox, and you're like, well, now what am I supposed to fill this up with? You know, I almost feel empty. And it's not emptiness, it's space to be who you really are. You're not bound anymore. It's almost like a bird in a cage, like when you open up the cage and the bird is so used to being in the cage, they don't know how to act when they get out, how to get out the cage, you know? And it's giving Stockholm syndrome a little bit, you know, like you don't know how to what to do now that you're free from these oppressive memories, oppressive thoughts, or you hold on to them because they actually make you feel safe, but they actually perpetuate the cycles that you're trying to break. A tear. 2 of Cups in reverse, so this may be related to love and relationships. The Empress. This may be related to specifically betrayals or lack of clarity in close relationships. 2 of Cups in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. About some kind of like deception, lies. I think that you might have turned, like you might have like lowered your standards or not really trusted in yourself to a certain degree because of relationships. I feel like you're very free-spirited, and you got used to having an anchor. You got used to having an anchor, and it's uncomfortable to not have one, and to actually lean towards your own self and your own sensitivities, and tend to yourself and your own sensitivities. You don't really know how to go about life without having someone or something to be your groundedness, to hold you down, you know. King of Pentacles in reverse and Queen of Swords. Yeah, there was like instability when it came to masculine figures, and Queen of Swords is like you've had to learn how to use your voice again to protect yourself. I like that she has her eyes closed here, because she doesn't have to like, she can just recognize the patterns, and she's kind of like no bullshit, you know what I'm saying? She has wisdom, the owl. Excuse me, the owl. She knows when to speak and not to speak, because there have been partners in the past possibly that offered her a lot of instability that didn't really, just stagnancy, the potential for building but not actually doing. And so now she pays attention to your actions and not your words, because she knows that words should be in alignment with your actions. And so now she's paying attention to her body and her knowing when her body is telling her something, not when people are telling her something. Three of Wands in the challenge position. Why is it in the challenge position? I feel like there's a bit of a fear around manifesting more betrayals. With the Three of Wands and the Ten of Swords. And I think that that's where the invitation to listen to your body is really coming in, because all of these experiences were perpetuated by the shadow. You see this on the tower? It's like this creature is running from their shadow that is attached to them, and they kept running into the same cycle, the gnosis, until you actually like integrated the lesson. And I feel like there's a fear. Your inner child is wanting to feel safe, and you're the only person that can provide that safety, because now that you know your shadow cycle, especially when it comes to relationships, it's important that you don't ignore your inner child when it's sending you signals through your solar plexus. Yeah, so you're fighting for your self-love right now. You're fighting for your spiritual knowing as well, like the warrior. You're fighting for mastery over your mind and your emotions. And I think that there's a part of you that is a little bit scared of the part of yourself that was perceived to be naive, that invited these cycles in, but it also kind of like turned off your solar plexus and your sacral, because you're not necessarily sure how to have fun anymore, because you would kind of follow your nudges into these cycles, right? Because you would be like magnetically attracted to somebody. You would feel really pulled to somebody, you know. And that's the thing. These were divinely orchestrated experiences to help you to develop this wisdom, to connect back to your body, to connect back to yourself, to heighten your spiritual gifts, to help you recognize that your sensitivity is a gift. But now I feel like there's a little bit of fear in going into the next chapter, because you're not necessarily sure just yet how to provide yourself that safety and security, that anchor, the groundedness. How do you go about doing that, Spirit? How does this collective go about doing that? Seven of Swords. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Pentacles. The Emperor and Four of Swords. So I feel like when you recognize that there's a lie, when you recognize that someone is being kind of shady and that something isn't working, right? That you're the only one putting in the work, or that you've kind of mastered. I feel like this is like a collective that's like dark empath, you know? Like you can recognize the games, the gaslighting, the 559 as a confirmation number. You recognize the tendencies that people use in order to loop people in. And when the trade isn't fair, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, when there's not equal give and take. And Spirit is asking you to be a leader in your own life, to heal the masculine aspect of yourself that is the protector. So you may be dealing with a father wound as well when it comes to these masculine figures that promised something but didn't really show up. They talked a lot, but they like would play with your mind. So this is how you've developed this strong Queen of Swords energy, because you had to develop your mind to recognize lies from truths, you know? And so I feel like Spirit is asking you to become the authority in your own life, to become the protector in your own life, to trust the sensitivity that you have, the divine feminine aspect, the white Tara aspect of yourself that is really sensitive, and that to release these experiences by thanking them for helping you develop your spiritual knowing, your spiritual gifts, and to also recognize that you've always been protected even through these experiences. This is a part of your mastery. Full 2.0 and Two Pentacles. Three of Cups. I feel like you're coming out of this dark space, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, or feeling left out, or feeling like this isn't how you necessarily wanted your life to go through these experiences. However, Spirit is asking you to jump into this. Again, this is an interesting deck because it's the full card, but this is the full 2.0. So there's two full cards in this deck. The full 2.0, the actual first full card shows like a puppy. It does not have human legs. This second card does. It's like, now that you have the experience, the wisdom, you can jump into the next chapter fully. You don't need to juggle both. Two of Pentacles. I feel like there's a juggling of both when it was in the reverse. And Spirit is trying to get you to recognize that you can develop connections with people. Three of Cups is in the challenge position. You can move forward and start to build relationships again. And to pay attention to people's actions. The Seven of Pentacles. Are they willing to invest in you? Are you investing in yourself? You know, be patient as well. Like, this isn't going to happen overnight, because there's been something that is dispelled. The Moon in reverse. It's like, now that you know better, you can do better, basically. And you don't need to beat yourself up for having experienced these things. This was an aspect of yourself that needed to be explored so that you can come to this spiritual knowing. Actually, I feel like when we landed on the same card, I feel like we're done with that deck. Any final messages for this collective? Again, if you'd like a personal reading, everything will be linked in the description below. I have personals available pre-recorded and in person on Zoom that are recorded as well, so you can always refer back to your readings if you need to in the future. Also, feel free to subscribe to my email list, because I send exclusive updates and deals on readings, and I want to plan some retreats now that I'm out in Panama. And yes, I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. Yes. Anything else, Spirit? I'm committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. One more, please. My greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. Absolutely. I love this. Bottom of the deck, I cherish every cell in my body. So your body is definitely communicating with you right now. Don't be afraid to cry. Let a few tears out. Do some emotional release. Possibly even some cord cutting from either an entire chapter of the past that you're kind of still juggling right now. And also invite in, really tap back into your inner child and ask what he or she needs to feel safe right now. How can you show up as an authority in your life? What would make your inner child feel safe to develop a healthy masculine energy? Because your feminine energy, the emotional body, is communicating with you right now and letting you know that you're good to go. Like, you're sensitive and your sensitivity is turned up a notch. I saw 111 on the timer. So please like, share, and subscribe. I will be posting more readings, and I can't wait to connect with you in the comments. Bye.